Soviets and Soviets, the Red Army, how y'all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Mangru, hello, hello, hello.
And folks, today I'm Bobr. Who do we have?
On the left-hand side in blue, we have Seagull playing 14th Infantrie with balanced income. And on the right-hand side, we have Sehandur playing as 44th Guards Infantry, I believe, with a Vanguard income.
Yes, indeed. And now I was sputtering about this beforehand. We have ourselves an airsets opening over here from the 14th. Still has potential, but you know how I feel about that rank.
Yeah, I understand. The problem with 14th is you don't really get a lot of really awesome infantry. You got a few STG troops and some pioneers, but you know they're not Panzer Grenadier levels or other German infantry. It's all very subpar.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's always just so hard to see that. And there's actually a lot of artillery coming out early from actually the Russians here. Now, humorously, we did have Ognomachiki and Airsats Troopin drive past each other like they were out for a stroll. But, you know, it's not American graffiti here. You can tell that from all the bullets that keep flying in every direction. Now, I'm fascinated to see what happens as these trucks try to go across this river on the south. And, yeah, they're starting to get churned to pieces there.
Yeah, the Airsats MG's in a pretty good position, actually. And also a Pack 40 as well, but you know, the Airsats MGs don't put that much firepower down, and Sanders actually dropping a little bit of smoke here with the smoke grenade, so it's actually helping out. And hey, look, some airplanes early on both sides bombing the crap out of each other's artillery.
Ironically, though, the dropped just seconds before just seconds after rather, that poor position was taken out. And wow, that is a hefty amount of firepower coming from those guard squads. I'm actually almost surprised the Airsats MG isn't pinned.
Same. Got good old building cover. They got DPs. I mean, really any like DP Russian squad guard or Stroke are very solid.
Mm-hmm. Certainly true. Now, Airsats, of course, no anti-tank. We're going to see that causing quite an issue here. So this T-34-76 gets in and around those troops there. Ooh, bombs coming on the southern side, looking for those guards on the bridge. Significant casualties.
Really good hit there, the bomb and run. And yeah, Stevens goes pretty much got Sehandur really watching the southern side. Up north, things are a little bit more interesting as Sehandur's managed to make his way, you know, a little bit through Ball Island, or the Ball Peninsula.
My eyes were just fixed on that Yak 1B. I kind of thought that thing was going to get taken out by either ground fire or, you know, just anything, really. But that did not end up happening. But you're right, they are in the deep forest outside the balls, and the Sicherungs over here, these guys, decent firepower, but you can't stand up to odds of that magnitude.
Yeah. They're going to run into some Stormtrooper squad zone. These guys have Molotovs, and they don't mess about, as you can see.
Which is weird, because we have Tanko Desantniki against the Stormtrooper. I mean, it's not quite a mirror matchup, but it's very, very similar to it.
Both sides just want to, you know, share some drinks. Have a little party going on.
I was thinking just in terms of the whole firepower kind of thing, but ooh, and that was a very bad pun waiting to happen, so forgive me. So I'm actually kind of fascinated to see what happens if these guards actually get up the hill and they stop on the hill. That was a weird decision.
Yeah, kind of an odd spot. Yeah, no, they're moving. They're moving up the hill slowly but surely. And they're gonna run right into a infantry gun.
Well, they're also gonna run into that anti-air gun too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they might get another model or two off of that, but they're going to get pinned down awfully damn fast. Yep, there they go.
And such close range at 20mm is terrifying.
Yes. Yes. Now to the south, Yak 2B coming in. Now, is it a 2B or is it not 2B?
I don't know.
That is the question.
It will be a plane that will be, but it will be gone.
Well, yeah, the Airsats MG, unfortunately, that entire block of the city just gets taken completely out. And a super early Tiger coming in.
Yeah, very early Tiger. Honestly, probably could need it right now, as he's getting pushed pretty hard. Shahand 15-9 over Steven, so I mean that early push up north and also kind of in the middle southern area, getting just a foothold on the other side of the river is a really huge boon.
Absolutely true. And I'm actually surprised that there's a Pack 40 in the middle that's not engaging this T-34 Komroti that is just going to start to tear those air slash trooping apart. Open fire on it, man. What is wrong with you?
Barely of line of sight. No, he does have...
Is it a huge amount of line of sight?
No, look at the T-34, and it doesn't have line of sight. It's a line of sight bug. It sometimes happens. It's really weird.
That's dirty.
Yeah. There it goes. Now you can see it.
Okay.
And blow it up. Be gone, T-34. Nope. He said.
Okay.
Yep.
So recon planes coming one direction. We actually have this Tu-2S coming the other one. Surprised that there's so much ordnance is being used on these machine guns. I understand the terrifyingness of the whole MG, but I would have thought that tanks alone could have cleared that out.
They're taking just a little bit of time, but now Sehandur is starting to get that T-34 76 spam up and running, which is what 44th Guards is very good with. They also got an SU-152 coming in down south, so Sehandur's really solidifying that firepower.
Certainly true. Now, interestingly as well, recon plane, all of the machine guns are deactivated. I know it's such a minor thing, but just it's very, very different to see that kind of idea happen. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it is weird, because a lot of them are usually... I think a lot of them are quite defensive.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Yeah, 2 of them are defensive machine guns, so... I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
But the really, really dangerous one is this central thrust that's coming on through, and this Tiger is so busy engaging there's a Bousier 25 down to the south, that this is the perfect time, I would say, to move those T-34 76s in immediately, and just, I don't care if I lose 2 of them, I just gotta take out that Tiger.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a good boon if he can knock out the big fat cat. And yeah, it's really coming down to this infantry from Sehandur is definitely much better in quality for the most part over the Assad's troop opening. We're also seeing some big leap pioneers being brought in, which have some serious firepower, so maybe these guys can help steady the front line.
They don't have long to do it, though. I mean, a mere 11 minutes to defeat. We aren't quite in the final countdown, but I can hear it beginning to play.
And I can hear a bit of Europe going on.
True. And the poor recon plane with no machine gun still activated does go down. And just as immediately, his twin brother comes on in, so that poor Saad has really no idea what's coming to him.
Dropping some bombs on the snipers from behind enemy lines, and the SU-152 gets kaput, yeah.
Which is so weird, because I always think it's so much more durable than I guess it ends up usually being. Yeah,
it's not like... It only has 70 frontal armor, compared to like the ISU, which has 120. Yeah, I know what you mean, because it seems like a big, fat, blocky tank that should survive, but it has worse armor than T-34.
But not too much really matters if you have armor or not. And I know this is such a silly thing, but there's this one T-34 Komroti that has just gone forward after that Pack 40, and somehow he manages to limp back across the river.
Yeah, the guards brought safe in his arse to knock out the Pack gun. And if Sehandur can make another breakthrough, yeah, that'd be a real... I mean, he's really pushing to go to his limits at the moment.
Yes, he is.
Very good, offensive play, thanks to damn good Russian infantry. But also because he does have quite a bit of a point advantage.
Yes.
50-point income for the Vanguard, so maybe... to go into B phase, get some stugs out, some better bloody infantry, and start trying to push back. Because he is, slowing down Sehandur quite a bit now, only a 10-14 disadvantage.
That is certainly true. That's a very weird call out. Okay. Now, I'm surprised still if his T-34s have not aggressed trying to get in on this Tiger. Yes, I get it. It's hard to pierce that skin. But he was engaging an artillery piece for, days at a time. That was the perfect opportunity, and now you don't have that.
He's still moving up. I think he's maybe just trying to avoid the Tiger, it seems. He wants to deal with all the infantry first.
I understand why. I'm still a little bit nervous for it.
Yeah, Tiger's getting some long-range pot shots on the hill as those T-34s try to cross the river. God damn, that's a lot of T-34s, man.
Let's see, 1, 2... Oh my gosh, there's T-34 in the town itself. There's Ooh, and there's a 45 mil, actually, just on the western side of the river. I actually didn't even notice that until just this moment.
Oh, yeah. You little sneaky little bugger.
Well, the funny thing about this, too, is that we have the T-34s. They've got to he's got to be just checking through all of the line of sight here, because T-34s are dancing just barely in and out on the edge. And yet at the same time, never fully cross it. But a second big cat is coming in, and this could be a potential turning point or a breaking point.
Yeah, along the southern side, it is a pretty good spot to fit the Tiger, as we've got that bridge choke point you can easily cover, and a lot more open ground, so maybe this Tiger here can start picking off his T-34s. I really do like how Seagull is bringing out his recon planes constantly. Definitely a huge advantage to have recon planes out, not something you see as much as I'd like. Especially the 189s, as they can also drop bombs.
Big Kitty's dead, sorry to say that,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah, it got kaputted.
I'm not going to say that's the end, but we're into Phase B now, and I have seen precious little sign that the Seagull is doing anything but drop it down to the earth here, because we're playing Duck Hunt more than anything else.
He's got some better infantry now, some more Bagley Grenadiers, but I feel like he can push back. I mean, it's not looking good down south right now, but it's just a few T-34-76s you need to knock out, just bring some infantry to capture said ground. Because Sehandur is starting to push himself a little bit to the limit. Because in the town, all he has is T-34s now, barely any infantry. He's starting to focus a little bit more on air power and a little bit up north.
Hard to disagree with him on doing that, though. Ooh, sled obstructed. I actually really wonder sometimes how awful that makes the accuracy, and it doesn't do that much. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, half of those rockets were like pretty dead on, and the other half missed by a mile.
Exactly. Dude, if that's a 50% rocket run, I'll take that any day of the week. That's better than some planes go when they can see. Now, I am amused by that Slosh Troop and push that we had seen before, because those guys holding the line strong up to the north, actually just at this point, it's Ersatz and Sicherungs. Question is, should Steven Seagull try to be going across the river, or should he be just trying to clean up on his side?
He should probably just try to clean off on his side right now. I mean, eventually you kind of have to push across the river, but...
Ooh.
Oh, damn. Those rocket planes.
And now actually we have this anti-aircraft blanket. I was almost worried that this IL-2 is going to come back and somehow take out the ME kind of soaring back and forth here.
The 109's going to fly right over, but he's still alive. 2-star veterancy, man. And also the 410 draw on fire. God damn, that 109 really needs to get the hell out of here. Never mind. Just wait for the anti-aircraft gun to get blown up.
I'm still running. That thinks it can still fire at me. I'd prefer to be on this side of the soil, thank you.
Yeah.
Now, to the north, sorry, go for it.
Now, I'm thinking what's also hurting Steven Seagull quite a bit is a lot of his infantry don't have Panzerfaust.
Yes. Yes, which is why I freaking hate Ersatz.
Yeah. It's also 14th, and I mean...
It is a 14th issue.
I think you do get Grenadiers with Panzerfaust, but I understand why people don't do it, because the availability on him is rubbish compared to unpanzerfausted Grenadiers. But even just like some Panzerschrecks, he really needs some sort of infantry AT in his town, because that's how he has so much infantry in his town at the moment in the middle. He can push, it's just a few armored blocks of machine guns with cannons on them. You know what I mean.
Of course
I think tanks is what they're called.
Ersatz Truppen are somehow going to pretend to go across this bridge and they get nuked immediately. Get out of the truck, Skippy. Thank you. I don't know if this is supposed to be a ploy to kind of just draw fire so the Tiger can get forward a little bit easier, but it's working.
Tiger's moving.
Here's that pretty kitty. And the 45 mil, is he going to use the 45 mil of the tank? He makes the right call.
Yeah. Thank God for some smart auto-targeting.
But bailed out, oh my gosh, almost immediately. Jesus.
Yeah, it's rocket planes, man. Oh, it's so deadly now.
I almost want the accuracy to be dropped off just a smidge because I feel like they are way too good.
I'm kind of happy with how they are, to be honest.
That's fair.
I think it's... I mean, at the same time, Seagull really could use with some more anti-air.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely fair.
Because he only has those 20 mils.
I feel like my objection with the entirety of the rocket planes is that if I can trade a, 90-point, 100-point plane that can repeatedly kind of come in and take out, with a fair degree of consistency, take out heavy tanks, that's...
They're usually a bit more expensive, though. They're usually like 120, 130 point range, which I think is a good price. But I know what you mean, because sometimes they do just keep coming in, but you really need to set up an anti-air net.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely right on that one. That's fair. Now, interestingly, we are seeing the T-34s are starting to become a bit of an endangered species in the south. Indeed, we have one guard down here, and that's the only thing keeping Steven Seagull from really kind of turning this around, taking back another flag over here across the bridge.
I've seen all those guards rush across the bridge, but this time they're not in a great spot, and the German infantry are... okay, it's only one big league grenadier, so it's not super scary.
Yeah.
It's mediocrely scary. Like, he's got an artillery gun now, and I think he's going to be firing that artillery gun into the infantry blob. So that should help out quite a bit.
Certainly significantly.
Yeah. So blobbed up, those guards, they're only going to be guarding dirt. Or not much. Yeah. Only going to be guarding dirt.
The IL-2 is going to get that rocket off. And that's going to stress everything out, and maybe even... Oh, wow.
No?
Did you lose line of sight there?
Is he trying to shoot down the fort? Oh, no. Just... We're stout.
Despite the IL-2 being ridiculously beefy, he gets sent away crying. But alright. So there's signs of life yet. I am actually thoroughly shocked. At this point, I had completely written off Steven Seagull as being a dead duck. But signs of life.
It seems like he can push back and actually win this. Up north, things aren't looking too great. I mean, he doesn't have, good old Ball Island, of course, but as we can see with Godview, there's not too much there. Just throw in some big leads, some good infantry, a tank or two, and you can push that back.
Interestingly,
it's possible.
There is that column of Superiors coming on in, and those guys have a couple to the north, a couple to the south. I'm a little less pleased by seeing the couple to the south going. I feel like that's a bit of a waste. But we are at 12-12 right now, and potentially even 13-12, or 13-11, excuse me, as the Beglitz and a couple of air-slash troops maybe even threaten to get across the river.
It seems so, yeah. The south is completely open. German's going on his march and everything.
Well, and that's what you're trying to do. I mean, you definitely want to have that hillside, and there it is.
Yeah, that hill is huge. If you can get, like, a Tiger on you and cover, like, the open... I mean, the hand would be really buggered.
But as it is, Beglitz Grenadiers are there. I suspect bombs are coming away. Yep. And a column of fresh Soviet infantry is being rushed to the front Superior, so it's going to get nasty on the hillside pretty damn quick.
Yeah. And Seagull is really starting to push this around now. I'm just as surprised as you are, Khan.
Now let's see. Well, one last guard squad on just outside that southern part, and numbers will begin to tell there. The German air power's been a bit, very, very present, don't get me wrong, but it's been getting kind of slaughtered quite a bit there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. He's been doing lots of bombing runs, but he hasn't been able to shoot down a lot of these Soviet aircraft. Because those rocket planes are they're killing all his tanks, and especially 14th, you really can't be affording to lose those Tigers, as you don't get a lot of them.
Nope. You did mention Stokes before. That would have been a nice kind of, if nothing else, a stopgap measure, and maybe a little bit more Preiswerte, if I can use the German term.
Yeah.
I love the Tiger, don't get me wrong. Just price efficiency is starting to bother me a bit on this matchup.
Yeah, but also Lukes. You have like lots of Lukeses in 14th, and on a map like this, Lukeses get Lukesy. They're really good. You can kill goddamn T-34s with them, man.
Oh yes.
At close range.
Oh yeah, but you know what? That's where all the good work gets done. Is at knife fighting range there.
Yeah. The Handers managed to take back the hill here with just some Saparis, just overwhelming firepower. Beglitz don't have enough. Maybe if that Tiger comes up the hill, that can help even out the deal, but it'd probably get rocketed. I mean, we all know that. There's that troop and I'm trying to move across the river, and it feels like the goal can win this, but just that push up north. Holy crap. Sehandur's rushing in there.
Yes, he is. Now, he is going to be stalled. I mean, this push is not going to be enough by itself. But if this air power comes in, like I suspect, yep, there it is. Yep, that TU-2S is going to go and just shatter that defense. Really, all you have to do is just suppress the Seagull, and then you're all set. Bless you.
Thank you.
A couple of shrimp pioneers being brought on in, but there's still an Ultima Cheeky over there with heat grenades, and he takes out one truck and almost takes out the second one as well.
Yeah, Tiger's down south, kind of gets blown up by good old Soviet air power.
Meanwhile, the SS trooping go across the bridge, and the Begleit Grenadiers, excuse me, they slough it through the water. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that's all she wrote, but if you look at the map, we have some weird, freaking looking dinosaur things going on here.
And once again, Sehandur's forces, like, they're on the point, are a little bit stretched out now. I mean, it's literally only one Ultima Cheeky on that northern flag holding that entire point by himself. And down south, the Pioneer SVTs kind of ran into their counterparts' ambush. Because...
That's true, but and I have to disagree for a second. We have things like Superiors. There's that one Ultima Cheeky, yes, but two Superior squads to the southwest, and they're holding on the artillery.
Yeah.
So either it takes forever for the troops to get there, or... you're gonna get shot.
Yeah. Now, I'm really starting to agree with you with the whole price efficiency thing, because he's only buying Tigers. He really needs some medium and light tanks, because his infantry just needs some cheap fire support to back him up to really enhance, his force's firepower. But he keeps buying these Tigers, and 1 and 2 at a time, and then they just get pinpointed by Soviet air power, which have rockets with their names on it.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Now, I like actually seeing the Su-76s here, if for no other reason, just because the kind of goofiness of behind them.
Yeah.
They're not going to get a whole lot of action, but they'll make those Tigers think twice, I imagine.
Yeah, they're not that bad, really, for an anti-tank piece. For, like, 35 points, having AP CR cells that can penetrate 135 millimeters of armor, that's not bad for 35 points. I will definitely take a few again.
Certainly true. So true. I'm watching some of these troops be on the roadside here, just engage this machine gun, and my co-muscles are just twitching. I'm like, no, that's negative cover. No, that's not fair. Meanwhile, the Tiger scoots past the Superiors, makes him waste a satchel charge, but to what end? I mean, great, he's on the other side of that fortress now, but he's done nothing.
Oh, look, there's a rocket plane going for it. I wonder what's going to happen.
Oh, wow, he actually didn't die. That's curious.
It's going to be a second one soon.
I'm not sure we're going to see time for the second one here, because we have about 20 seconds left, and I see Seagull coming back for this.
And it's a real shame, because Seagull seemed like he was very close to victory, but I think, like, the tank plays really screwed him over, and also just not having, like, good anti-air.
Oh, wait, 1 second. Get the rockets off. Oh. Beautiful shot, though.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the tape pretty much tells it. Shockingly enough, I don't think the game was quite as close as the KD would imply.
Yeah, same. Only at 300 difference, which is really close. Looking at kills, E-34's doing actually pretty decent, and one anti-aircraft gun knocking out, like, 2 airplanes.
True, but I think most of the work, actually, if you think collectively, was certainly done by that air power. Soviet air power, I think, definitely drove victory today. Yeah, it was real good display of air power.
Same time, Seagull really just needed some goddamn and proper anti-aircraft pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, and maybe a little bit more active in the anti-aircraft, in, like, fighter plane department. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for, and I found it. I found the word.
It's like playing Where's Waldo, I mean, in this day and age. But yes, that's very true. So Steven Seagull, don't get me wrong, dude, I love the Imperial Aquila that you have for your profile picture there, but unfortunately not coming out with flying high today, really.
He needs more Bane blades.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Those things are so expensive, and the Forge
Yeah.
Worlds aren't ready to give them over. It's this whole thing.
Yeah, and also, like, they don't even have an invulnerable save, which is worthless.
Well,
If it
hey,
doesn't have an invulnerable save, it's not worth it.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, and it needs to be a 3-up or it's going home. I get
Yeah.
you. But folks, with that in mind, I think we're coming to a close on this first match of the week. Actually, I think we got 2 more for you this week, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So, guys, a triple shot of much shooting for your pleasure. But I guess until next time, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru, take it easy.